All right, looks like we're rolling. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Panther Stadium here at Chapman High School. The site of today's varsity boys soccer matchup between the Chapman Panthers and the visiting Woodruff Wolverines. Good to see you guys again. It feels like it's been a while since we've done one of these. Had 3 straight events get rained out. Had a couple of baseball and softball games scheduled to go between Tuesday and Thursday. None of those were actually played. Had some pretty inclement weather over the past couple of days, but it is really pretty out here right now. First day of spring is actually tomorrow, so hopefully the weather will clear up a little bit in the coming weeks. Again, looking forward at the schedule for streaming, we are looking at probably about 5 events every week from here on out. All right, if we got audio, I think we might have it. I think we might have it. No guarantees yet, but we could be back on. All right. Well, we apologize for those technical difficulties. Really not sure what happened there. Had to switch microphones, which took a little longer than expected, but I believe we are back up and ready to go now. I cannot say for certain, but I think we are at the very least closer than we were a few minutes ago. Chapman did get that. Doing anything. Something's wrong with the audio on YouTube's end. Alright, maybe that got it. I think I might have found something in the settings there. Possibly. Oh no, I think we're pushing it now. I've never had this happen. In 5 years, I've never had a microphone completely crash like this. Though, I guess fortunately, save for that goal by Chapman earlier, which was just an incredible shot all around, really have not missed that much. About 12 minutes into this one, and both teams still very much trying to feel each other out at this point. And the ball should be coming in close to the center of the frame. There it is, and headed back into play. Again, we've seen this a lot already, though. The heading is new. And still has not hit the ground. There it goes. And now Woodruff, there man can catch up to it. He cannot. He would have had a nice shot on the goal. But good defense by Chapman there to bring it back in. I'll pull up Chapman's roster in a moment, run over the names. Again, didn't really get a chance to do that earlier. The whole game, the game as a whole really kind of started abruptly. Didn't have any sort of pregame festivities. Just, 6 o'clock rolled around, they blew the whistle, and they started playing. They did not waste any time. And now Woodruff ready to send this one away. Got some nice hang time on that one, all the way out to midfield. And still kind of up for grabs right now. Chapman may have some kind of an avenue, and perhaps not for much longer they send it out of bounds. Woodruff tried to check that one in on the sideline, sent it right back out of bounds. So Chapman, they got the ball back just as quickly as they lost it. On the spot of the check-in as well. See what they've got drawn up here. Chapman very gradually making some progress toward Woodruff's end of the field. Now that gets reversed in a heartbeat. Woodruff able to kind of reestablish their field position a little bit. Chapman back on the offensive. And Woodruff with a nice takeaway there. So the Panthers look to might have a little bit of an opening here. Again, really just kind of in that tug-of-war phase right now. Not a ton going on. Though Chapman does seem to be making some solid progress down the field. They've got something of a lane there. Kind of a misstep there by number 4. but still making their way down the field, trying to get a shot in on the goal. That one goes in! It was tipped, and I think Woodruff thought it was dead. Rolls in, goalie never dove for it. Chapman goes up 2-0, 15 minutes into this one. Could not catch the number of the Panthers to put that one in, though I do have the roster in front of me now. A couple of familiar faces in here for those of you that stuck with us through the football and basketball seasons. Number 1, Thomas Mathis. Number 2, Zach Stedding. Number 3, Savion Chan. Number 4, Lance Holden. Number 5, Falco Solbaum. Number 8, Daniel Johnson. Number 9, Diego Soto. Number 10, Quinn Seifert. Number 11, Brandon Villasio. Number 12, David Pinetto. Number 13, Caleb Flint. Number 14, Lucas Shaw. Number 15, Fernando Banda. Number 16, Rowan Block. Number 18, Carter Viceroy. Number 19, Christian Simmons. Number 10, Dylan Kohler. Number 12, Grayson Bland, and number 21, Grayson Bland, and number 23, Sebastian Weiser. Interesting to note that Chapman has actually not gotten another point on the scoreboard yet. I'm going to leave it on for a minute more or so, but that last shot may not have gone in. Chapman definitely reacted like it did. They were up in arms, really excited about that one. I thought it went in, but depth perception can be a little tricky to nail down from in the booth. We've learned that, especially in football season, trying to figure out whether or not kicks are good. And that one almost goes in for Woodruff. So about halfway through the first now, still no update to that scoreboard, so I'm going to take that point off the board for Chapman, though I really do think they made it. Might put that back on here in a few moments. We will see. Until then, Chapman ready to get rid of this one, sending it out to midfield and into Woodruff territory. It is taken back towards the Panther side of the field. Loose right now, and both teams will try to establish some momentum. This one headed out of bounds, maybe, yes. And working from off screen, now they're back in frame. Woodruff kind of going the wrong way here. And now just kind of got to get their wits about them. Chapman able to put that one out of bounds. Number 10, Queen Seifert there on the defensive. And Seifert with a great steal there. Slide tackle, is that what they call that? Believe so. And Chapman wasting no time getting this thing back in. Seifert trying to find an open man, sends it right to the middle of the field and kind of up for grabs. Woodruff tried to get rid of it and just kind of caught the ball at a weird angle. It is still up for grabs. Chapman trying to go up 3-0. They've got some really nice field position, and there's a shot on the goal. Nice block there by Woodruff's goalie. And so a promising possession for Chapman comes to an end. Can't win them all, and the score will remain 1-0. Ball is headed around the 25-yard line, and now heading down the sideline is number 15. That's Fernando Banda trying to get it a little further down the field, and it goes into the hands of the Wolverines. Now slated to go out of bounds. Nice job to keep it in play, but right into the hands of one of those Panthers. At that time it is number 4, Lance Holden. And the Panthers really controlling field position so far. We have not seen a ton of possessions on Woodruff's end of the field. For the most part, it has been on the left side of the 50, though both teams will get a chance to get a little breather here. Ball goes out of bounds right on what would be the 48-yard line. And he thought about sending that one in, and now kind of lobs it up into dangerous territory. And Woodruff is able to get it away, headed toward Chapman's goal. Didn't quite get the angle they needed, and a nice save there by the Panthers. That ball was coming in at a really odd angle. Chapman nonetheless able to get it back, and now sending it away. Nice kick all the way out past midfield and headed out of bounds. Woodruff will take over once more. Chapman's able to get the better of that one. Falco Sawbaum making his way across the field, getting it, wow, way out there, all the way towards the top of the screen, and Chapman rolling again, trying to send it over to the corner. They've got it. Oh! A close call for Woodruff halfway through the first. But again, Woodruff has really been on their heels for most of this game. Chapman has done a great job of getting in behind the defense so far. And there's another steal. Chapman could set this up again. And instead, Woodruff able to kind of corral it for the time being. And now the Panthers are going to look to make their way back downfield, closing in on the midfield line. They've crossed it. But now just on the hunt for some kind of opening. Woodruff a lot more defensively sound than they have been on the past couple of possessions, and Sawbaum trying to reel this one back in. He's got it for now, and I think that one's heading out of bounds. Could not quite hit his target, and nope, still in play, and then kicked out of bounds. Man, depth perception really is tough. It is tough to tell where exactly the ball is from up here, especially when it goes airborne. That's twice now I thought it was heading out, and third time's the charm. Yes, there it goes. Just under 19 minutes to go in the first half. Chapman on top. The official score is 1-0. There was a goal a little bit earlier that it looked like, at least from up here, it looked like they made. And I think they took that one off. Woodruff has had a handful of opportunities to this point. Have not been able to capitalize on it so far, but Chapman, for the most part, in control of this game, and now taking another shot on the goal, but it's a little wide to the right. Woodruff catches a break there. That was number 14, Lucas Shaw, with the shot there. And now this one is bouncing back toward Woodruff's end of the field, inside the box, and corralled by the goalie. So the Wolverines kind of back to square one now. We'll see if they can have some better luck this time. This one goes almost straight up at a really high angle on that one, and kind of bouncing around midfield right now. Chapman might be able to establish something here. They're going to need a good kick, and that one is sent back down the field, headed by one of the Panthers around midfield. And now, man, really heading down there. So caught a weird spin, and it's going to hop out of bounds. And Chapman going to work backward a little bit. And headed right around the 40 by number 12. That's David Pinetto. And into the box once again. Chapman with another chance here. And Woodruff, smart play to get rid of it there. They have resorted to that a ton at this point. And now Pinetto puts it back in for the Panthers, kind of working backwards. Missed kick there, and now loose. Chapman having to backtrack a little bit, all the way back to midfield, but trying to set up a big kick, and didn't quite get the look they wanted. So now right around the 30. Still loose, and Woodruff did not kick it out of bounds. They got it downfield, and now really straddling that sideline. Chapman trying to take a shot here, and a little too far to the left. Woodruff's able to bring it back in for the time being. Then it's taken away by one of the Panthers. That is number 6. No number 6 listed on this roster. It's tricky to read the numbers from up here. They just aren't printed that largely on the jerseys, so I may have that wrong. Could be an 8 or something instead of a 6. And now Chapman with another shot on the goal. This one off to the right as well. Looked like Shaw again. And off we go. All three players missed that first contact, and now it's loose, kind of pinballing around. And if Woodruff can catch up to this, they've got a nice shot, and Chapman able to kick it out of bounds for the time being. Lance Holden there on the defensive. So Woodruff in promising territory. Gonna work it backwards a little bit, and that pass was too far to the left. Chapman's got it, and hightailing it down the field is David Pinetto. And Chapman really turning on the Jets, reversing field all the way down to the box, and now Woodruff's able to get it back. Panthers, I mean, running themselves ragged in a good way. But, I mean, going up and down the field almost every possession, it seems like now. Woodruff finally able to get some momentum and at least keep this on their end of the field. Well, it looks like Chapman might be able to get this into plus territory once more. Got one man to beat here, and Woodruff sends it out of bounds. Gonna let all their defenders find their footing on that end of the field. And Chapman going right for it. Maybe with a shot here. Oh, nice block. Still up for grabs, and Woodruff kicks it out of bounds. Hit the goalie right in the chest. And takes a harmless Woodruff bounce outside. Got to go round it up. And now Chapman with a free kick. We'll see what they can do here. This one's got a lot of heat. Heading over to the right, and then I think it's going to hop out of bounds. Yep, so we'll see which way they rule this one. Looks like Chapman is going to give it back to Woodruff here. Working from just outside of frame. That one intended for number 9 of the Wolverines, but taken away by the Panthers, who are now trying to backtrack. They've got 3 Wolverines right in front of them, trying to kind of go around, and it doesn't quite pay off. Woodruff might have a chance here. Looking to tie this thing up. There's a shot, and just a little too high on that one. So still in good position for the Wolverines as we hit the 12-minute mark of the first half. Or they're going to give Chapman the chance to get rid of this one, so Woodruff will have some ground to make up in a moment. And this one's sent away all the way out to midfield. Woodruff trying to keep it in play right now, and heads out of bounds. Chapman gets it back in. And now going for a long shot was Lucas Shaw. Too far to the left on that one. Would have been quite an achievement if he'd put that one in. Now Woodruff might have a chance here. Only one wave of defenders to beat, and now Chapman starting to get downfield. They've got the ball for now. Woodruff does get it back. Woodruff's passing. Oh, and just a missed kick there. You know, Woodruff's passing has been something of an issue here. Just not as accurate as they would like to be to this point. It's led to some untimely turnovers, and I hesitate to call that one a turnover because Woodruff is going to get it back, but they lost almost 70 yards in the span of maybe 10 or 15 seconds. And Chapman has just done such a good job of controlling field position in this one. We have not seen a lot of action on the right side of the frame. It's all been over here in this left end zone. And now Chapman may have an opportunity here, and it goes through the legs of, let me try and get a number there. Can almost make it out, and don't think I'm going to get one. Chapman only has theirs printed on the back, and even then it's tricky to see exactly who's who. But Chapman with yet another opportunity here. And then sending it out of bounds, I believe that was Panetto again. It was either him or Carter Viceroy. It was 12 or 18 on the back of that jersey. Couldn't quite make it out. And it does look like that was Viceroy. So Woodruff gets this one in, and a little downfield, but Chapman able to stop it short. And this one headed out of play right around the 30-yard line. Chapman will get it back. Daniel Johnson ready to check this one in for the Panthers. And Chapman making a substitution now. Looks like number 10, that's going to be Quinn Seifert back in the game. I never saw him come out. Oh, and a nice steal there by, it was either Solbaum or, yeah, Solbaum or Banda. Both of them have orange shoes. And able to steal it away, and Woodruff did get it back a little bit, though it looks like they're still kind of reeling from that one. And now they get it away once more. This one headed out. And Chapman will check it in from midfield, trying to kind of send it into the center of that zone. Couldn't quite get it going, and out of bounds once more. And Chapman really sending this one down, and headed up by Woodruff initially, and now we've got a whistle. Everyone headed back down the field. This one going to Woodruff. Nice hang time on that one. Chapman gets the better of it early, though it looks like Woodruff has it now. Trying to establish a little bit of room here. Kind of working backwards, and Woodruff has really got almost everybody. Or no, there are some guys. It looked like for a moment they had almost everybody on their team in center frame. If Chapman had been able to steal that one, I would have thought they'd have a clean lane to the goal, but they were some folks hanging around midfield that I didn't quite see. And now Chapman looking to get to midfield. And some nice passing, kind of falls apart at the end there. Now headed out of bounds, unless Woodruff can save it, and they do. Great closing speed there, and still loose. Chapman trying to play that center field. And now this is Banda sending it right to one of those Wolverine up men, and taken away for a moment, and looks like the Panthers able to corral it a little bit. They kind of airmail it back to the other side of the field, and Woodruff going to backtrack a little bit. Looks like they might be trying to set something up. And now sending it down the sideline and inside, taken away by the Panthers, who may have a nice lane here. And now David Panetto with some daylight. This could be interesting. Oh, and a nice move there. Twice, Panetto getting across him. And did that go in? No, I think it hit the back of the net. Yeah, they're going behind the net to grab that one. That would have been one heck of a shot. Minetto just unable to connect on that one. And Woodruff ready to send it away once more. And we got a low kick this time. Nice mileage. Chapman hits it first. And Woodruff brings it in around a 35. Oh, and a nice steal there. I believe that was... Again, tricky to see these numbers. And now it's kind of going back and forth. Woodruff going to try and get rid of this one again. And got a whistle there. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Chapman on top 1-0. And now kicking this one away is number 5. No, that is not number 5. Number 5 is Falco Solbaum. Though nothing really comes of that kick. Woodruff able to get it back without too much trouble. This one loose. Chapman heads it. And Woodruff able to bring it in. And we've kind of hit the cat and mouse phase of this one. And now Chapman looks like they might be able to get this one back. And I think he might have missed the kick there. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but they are going to get to send this one away. And that one drifts off to the right. Chapman gets it back. Banda checks this one in right at midfield, and kind of working backward now are the Panthers. And really sending this one downfield. Looked like for a second they might have had a window there with Seifert. Well, the pass went a little over his head, and Woodruff was able to bring it back in. And now Woodruff doing a really good job of reversing field here. Chapman gets it away for a moment. And they've got a man on the sideline. This one not out quite yet, and this could be interesting. Nice slide tackle there. Still loose, and it's looking like Woodruff's going to bring this one back in. And now Chapman taking a shot off to the right and out of bounds. The clock in the stadium has stopped. There will probably be another minute or so of allotted time added on to the end of this one once our clock hits triple zeros. There have not been a ton of stoppages except for these kick-ins like that. And Chapman working this one backward now. Woodruff might have had a chance there, and instead Banda able to close in on it and about to head out of bounds. Yep, there it goes right underneath our scoreboard. And Chapman in a hurry now. Woodruff able to head that one in, and now making his way downfield is number 11. That was Brandon Valesio. And that one is taken away as well. Vanda with a nice steal there, or at least got it out of bounds for a moment. Woodruff will hang on to the ball. Urgency starting them out here. Again, the clock on the screen is not official, so they'll be hitting triple zeros in a moment. I would imagine we've got maybe 90 seconds left to play in this half. Oh, and we've got a whistle. That is not, I don't think that is the end of the half. No, it looks like it may be. And indeed it is. 10 minutes on the clock for halftime. We will see you then. A really exciting match of soccer so far. Been entertaining. Just haven't been a lot of points to show for it. Woodruff's defense bending but not breaking. We'll see if they can hold that up heading into the second half. We'll be back in a moment. right, and the whistle is sounded. Still got a minute or so left on the clock, but Woodruff already headed back out onto the field. Chapman should be following in suit here in just a moment. Ready for the start of the second half. We'll see what Woodruff's got dialed up here, because I know I'm sounding like a broken record at this point, but I mean, Chapman spent the vast majority of that half on Woodruff's end of the field. They were on the defensive, I mean, pretty much from the word go. We'll see if they can dial up a little bit of offense here. The defense has been playing well enough to keep them in this game, but they're going to be hard-pressed to find ways to win if they can't generate some opportunities to score. They've had a few, though nowhere near as many as the Panthers have to this point. And David Panetto ready to send this one away for the Panthers. And now Chapman backtracking a little bit. Chapman moving in the wrong direction right now. Whoa! And not sure if that hit the face or the chest of that Wolverine. Hopefully he's okay. And in the meantime, Chapman might have a clear lane to the goal already. That was Lucas Shaw, and Woodruff's defense closes in at the last second, able to prevent a disaster early. So Chapman will get a chance to kick this one in. Let's see if they can get the spin on it they need, or if they try and head this one in from around the 10. And they kind of cut out the middleman here and send it straight to one of the teammates right on the edge of the box. And they do get the ball back, though. Shot attempt bounces off of one of those Wolverine defenders. This one is loose again, and is it headed out? In for now, and still going. And now headed out of bounds. And the Wolverines are going to have a chance to send this one away and reset a little bit. This Panther offense, though, picking up, I mean, right where they left off. Wasting no time in trying to set up an opportunity on Woodruff's end of the field. And some fancy footwork right around the 30 doesn't quite pay off. Woodruff's able to take that one away. And now out across midfield, Woodruff in plus territory with possession for really the first time in this half. Kind of got down there early, but it was mainly Chapman trying to get back on their end of the field. And Chapman does get this one back, wasting no time and going right back on the offensive already. Weaving their way between some defenders. We'll see if they can keep that up. And into some open space, but they're backtracking now. And both of them missed the ball there. Chapman catching a little bit of a break, though they are really on their heels right now. And this one is going to be close. Just barely kept in play, and I think they're going to say it was out. Daniel Johnson there to try and keep it in play. Forgot to start the clock. We are closing in on the 37-minute mark of the second half. I'm really not sure why I called it the third. Still thinking in football terms, I guess. And Woodruff able to get rid of that one. Chapman looked like they were starting to mount another really solid possession there. And Woodruff making quick work of stopping that. And now a high kick going to go right down that sideline, and the Wolverines can't quite get it back. Chapman sends it out of bounds. And now Woodruff maybe with an opportunity here, going right up the middle and into the hands of number 23. That is Sebastian Weiser. Should be. And now Chapman going to reset here a little bit. And now they might have a chance of their own. Got one man to beat. And Lucas Shaw just unable to put that one in. Nice save there by the Wolverines. Man, what a kick. Woo, he got all of that one all the way back to... Man, that thing might go out of bounds. Wow. He got some help. Chapman did head it kind of in the same direction, but I mean, he kicked that from around, will be the 13-yard line. That kick rolled almost 87 yards. That was incredible. And we'll see if Woodruff can capitalize on it. Doesn't look too promising at the moment. Chapman making quick work of getting things back on their end of the field. Working across now and headed out of bounds. Can they keep it in? Yep, ball kind of stalls out and now working right along the edge. Trying to go back inside, and two Wolverines missed the kick and now able to get a little bit of breathing room. See how much further they can make it. This one right on the sideline and heads out of bounds around the 40. Chapman's going to get it back. Nice setup there to get it out to the sideline. Good delay on Woodruff's end. Whoa! And got some guys going down. I think they're going to call that incidental contact, so no cards or anything. And now Woodruff really sending it down. And then Chapman sends it almost straight up, trying to get something going. And now the Wolverines trying to find a way to get this thing turned back around. Got going in the wrong direction there a little bit. And now brought back in by the Panthers, continuing to head downfield. They might have an opportunity here, though it looks like Woodruff's got it back. And at least for the time being, Woodruff is in the clear. We'll see what Chapman has dialed up. Rowan Block getting ready to check this one in. And they were trying to set up Shaw right on the bottom of the line and just a little too far to his side. Couldn't quite keep that one in play, though Chapman is able to get it back. They were backtracking a little bit. Well, they still do have the ball and now out of bounds. Woodruff misses a kick there and then doesn't miss the second one out across midfield. And now, yep, number 13 for the Wolverines fell over. No cards, but again, Woodruff is going to get a chance to send this one away. We'll see what they're able to do here. And this is a line drive right inside. And Woodruff's actually able to get it back initially and making a move on the goal here. They might have a chance, though now working from the outside, hits a Panther. It looks like it ran into number 8 right there. That is Daniel Johnson, and now hops out of bounds. Right outside of the frame is Woodruff's man getting ready to check this one in. There it is. And now kind of working toward the edge of the box, going to the bottom of the screen now. Nice block there. And another block. Chapman's defense not letting up and trying to keep that one in play. Just had his foot go out of bounds. Number 5 with the kick there, and now Woodruff is going to send one of their men down to, looks like they're going to kick this one in. Not sure who's supposed to have the ball, though. Oh, and they send it in from the corner. I didn't see him. And Woodruff almost got that one in. I think they did. And still waiting on a signal. I think Woodruff just tied that thing up. This is really close. There's a lot of noise. The ref's still talking it over with the goalie. It looked like it went over the line for a moment. And then Chapman's goalie scooped it back up. And they have not given Woodruff any points quite yet. Again, I thought, and there it is. So we are knotted up at 1-1. And now Chapman making one last substitution here. Roland Block exiting the field. He's replaced by Zach Stedding, number 2. And got some kind of stoppage here. Chapman's going to reset and try it again. And now Chapman might have a loose man, though he gets blocked there. Again, no whistle. And Woodruff able to put a stop to that scoring opportunity just as quickly as it began. So Chapman starting to get possession of it back. Lucas Shaw going right up the middle and can't reel it in. This one's still loose, trying to work the side now. Stedding can't quite get it done. David Pinetto giving it a whirl and gets tangled up with his man right around the 15-yard line. And they're going to call it Woodruff ball. We'll see how far he can kick this one. Last time, man, another great kick. This one doesn't get the roll of the last one, but it still had a lot of hang time there. And Chapman going right back down the field. That one gets sent out of bounds. We'll see which way they rule this one. Looks like it's going to stay with the Panthers. And Zach Stedding getting ready to check this one in. And this one rolling towards the goal. Oh, nice save there. Man, that was awfully close. And I think they're still trying to round the ball up. It went way out there. And there it is, right on the corner, and gets sent out of bounds again. Woodruff now with a chance to send it away a bit more formally. Nice hang time on this kick as well, and it goes over everyone's heads all the way out to around the 35. Chapman's got it back, and maybe a little too much heat on that pass. Looks like Woodruff's going to reel it in. Though they're going backwards here. Chapman almost able to steal that one away. Not quite, though. Wolverines really working that sideline. Had their man fall over. And they're going to call it Woodruff ball. That was a nice kick. You could really hear it up in the booth. Oh, and this one rolling. Chapman sends it out of bounds. Looked like for a second Woodruff might have had a shot there. And again, from just out of frame, Woodruff is going to get ready to send this one in. And caught there. Weiser with another save for the Panthers, and kind of got a weird angle on that kick. Heading down the sideline now. Woodruff keeps it in play, and then Chapman sends it out of bounds with number 8, Daniel Johnson again. Johnson heads this one. I think he was trying to get it over to Stedding. Instead, it goes out of bounds. So we've really seen kind of a flipping of the script here, whereas Chapman was really on Woodruff's end of the field for most of the first half. Now it's been the opposite. Woodruff has spent a lot of time on Chapman's end of the field. Seems like there's just, I don't know, maybe something about this left-hand side that's doing both teams good. Because no matter which side of the field either team's been on, we have not seen a lot of that right end zone. This one is loose, headed for the sideline, still in play. Nope, they're going to say it was out. Yeah, Woodruff switching up their kicker here. Couldn't quite figure out who was going to send this in. It's going to be number 20 now. And here's the kick. Now headed out of bounds, and it does hop out. We'll see if Woodruff can reel this one back in. Looks like they've got it for now. Now, Panthers with a nice steal there. Maybe with a little bit of momentum, they'll having to backtrack, and that one is taken away by the Wolverines. Pinetto trying to go in for the steal, could not quite get it. That one almost goes out of bounds. The refs let it go. And now number 20, who has just taken over this game for the Wolverines, trying to make his presence felt. Chapman able to reel it in here for a moment. Stedding working his way down the sideline, sends it to no one in particular. And Woodruff just sends it out of bounds, and Chapman's going to get it back. So a mistake there by the Wolverines. And Stedding wasting no time in getting this one in. We'll see if they can capitalize, and not quite. Johnson getting ready to send this one in, trying to streak across that sideline. This one's still up for grabs. Pinetto's got it for now, going inside. Chapman might have a shot. Lucas Shaw, I think they were trying to set up the man on the outside, and the ball kind of caught the breeze and drifted. Chapman gonna have to kind of having to take a step back here, weighing their options. Whoa! And a big kick to get rid of it. And now Woodruff in the driver's seat, looking to make their way down the field. They may have an opening here. This one is still loose. You can hear that crowd getting excited. Oh, and a nice block there. And now Chapman has a lot of defenders downfield. And now with that one out of bounds, everybody in position. Chapman is going to have a chance to get this back into plus territory. Had a close call there, but able to reel it back in. Here we go, Chapman on the attack. This one loose, and Woodruff sends it out of bounds. We are halfway through the second half. Deadlocked at one apiece. Neither team is, especially in this second half, neither team has given an inch. And dare I say it, we might be looking at an overtime game. And Stedding has that one knocked out of bounds. Chapman's going to get it right back. No. Oh, so that's why we can't go to overtime. All right, and Spartan High starting to arrive for baseball. The call from athletic director Coach Wilson. Chapman's got to find a way to close this thing off, because if the team goes into overtime, my paycheck goes into overtime too. So we'll see what the Panthers have dialed up here for the last 18 minutes of this one. And now, oh, that pass goes behind the back of Lucas Shaw. And Chapman, it looked like they might have had a really good chance there. And coming up just short again. Woodruff able to get that one back. And now Chapman reeling it in. And now Woodruff is getting rid of that one. Sending it as far away as they can. And this one headed out of bounds. Out of bounds again. That ball's getting some hang time now. Oh, and this thing is loose, and Chapman wisely sending that one out of bounds. Number 4 there with the kick. That was Lance Holden. Just cutting his losses and letting his defenders get downfield. That was the right play. And now Woodruff kind of struggling to find an open man, and they send it just a little short pass to the inside. This one's still going and brought in by Visor. And now Chapman going to have a chance to catch their breath a little bit here. Looking to get everyone back in position. This takes a really nice Chapman bounce. And the closing speed is not quite there for number 11. That was Brandon Villacio. Didn't quite turn on the jets for that one. Whoa, and this one is loose. Woodruff might have a chance here. Only 2 men to beat, and Chapman's got it back for now. And out across midfield, that one was closed off in a hurry. And now got a stoppage for an injured player. Got a Wolverine down around the 35-yard line. The opposite 35-yard line. Hopefully he's all right. Number 18 for Woodruff. And he's back up. Not sure what happened there. He's going to head off for now. Hopefully he'll be back and ready to go in a few moments. And now on the other side of the field, Woodruff going to have to find a way to put the pieces together. Trying to send this one down the field and nothing going there. Now Chapman. Man, that one really caught some air. This one kind of up for grabs right around the 30. And that one gets sent out of bounds. Lucas Shaw, the closest man to it for the Panthers. Oh, and now Chapman may have a chance here. Oh, and just too much height on that one. Had a chance, and I think I couldn't get a number on who shot that one, but I think you can kind of hear the footsteps. Felt that window closing and just didn't quite have enough time to set his feet. We'll see if that comes back to bite either one of these teams. Scoring opportunities have been very hard to come by in this half. We'll see if Chapman can set up another one here, though that ball is loose, and Woodruff may have a chance now. Though so far it has appeared that Chapman has had the speed advantage over the Wolverines. When Woodruff has had a man break loose, Chapman has made quick work of catching up to them. And now the Panthers starting to reestablish themselves a little bit out across midfield, sending it right up the middle and into the teeth of that Woodruff defense. And going for the steal there looks to be number 11. It was Brandon Villacio. Couldn't quite bring it in, and now heads out of bounds at the 50. Now we'll see which way they roll this one. And got a man down for the Panthers. Oh no, looked like it could be an equipment issue on his end. Maybe a shoe got untied or a shin guard got bent out of shape. Hopefully he's all right. And Woodruff getting rid of it once more, and it takes a Woodruff bounce and then is headed back in Chapman's direction. We'll see if they can get some separation here. Zach Stedding going over to number 18. Carter Viceroy, and still loose. Woodruff's kind of got it now. And this one is loose. Chapman gets rid of it. No, it doesn't go too terribly far. And Woodruff has a man slip there. Chapman going to try and capitalize, sending it downfield, and not a lot happening on that end of the grass. Though they're able to keep it in play, and now working right at the top of the screen. Maybe setting something up here. No, not quite. And now this one is free. The Wolverines really gunning it down there, and Chapman's just going to send it out of bounds. whistle. Looks like Viceroy's a little banged up there. I think he might have taken one to the nose, unfortunately. Again, hopefully he'll be all right. Seen a lot of injuries in the past few minutes. Again, both these teams have, I mean, they have been hightailing it up and down the field all game long. Conditioning going to be a major factor in these final 10 minutes. Oh, and Chapman, almost able to send that one through. Instead, can't quite connect on that kick, and now there's a huge scramble for it. Woodruff able to get the better of it for the time being, and trying to shake Banda. Can't quite get it done. It will remain Woodruff ball. They're going to check it in from the 40, and they are really putting the pedal to the metal now, not wasting much time. And now we've got a whistle. This one headed back down the field. And Chapman does a good job of keeping it out of the box there. Woodruff going to back up a little bit, try and get some pieces in place. Oh, and he runs right over his man. So Chapman doing a good job of setting the edge there and forcing him to the outside. That one heads out of bounds. 9.5 minutes to go, approximately. Yeah, not entirely sure how much allotted time they're going to put back on the clock. Oh, Woodruff got close. That one almost headed in just off to the right. Chapman really dodging a bullet. There was not much they would have been able to do about that one had it gone in. Or had it had a better angle, I should say. Vicer just kind of out of place on that one. So the score will remain 1-1 for the time being. The Panthers maybe with a little bit of an avenue here. Oh, and a nice takeaway there by the Wolverines. And then trying to kick that one away, and it hits, I believe that was number, looks like it was number 6 there. And not quite sure what happened there. Woodruff tried to check it in right along the sideline, and it bounces right back out. Chapman gets it, checks it into the 40. And now looking for an opening, can't quite get it. Backtracking a little bit, and now sending it all the way down the field, where Woodruff knocks it back. Still going, and now Chapman may have a little bit of an opening here. David Panetto kind of letting his troops get downfield. Neither team willing to budge here. This has been a standoff. Almost running out of things to say. Just neither side making a ton of progress. Chapman, it's looked like they've had a few chances where they could have set something up, and again, right there, just sending it out of bounds. the 6-minute mark, too. Both teams need to find a way to pull some kind of rabbit out of the hat if they want to avoid having this game go on even further. Again, conditioning got to be weighing on these guys. They've been running so much. Even by soccer standards, I imagine this is quite a lot of movement for one game. 5.5 minutes to go. Whoa, and that one, oh, that sure was close. I don't think that was an intentional shot at all. Though it definitely had the right distance, just not, the angle not quite there. Way out to the right after it kind of got deflected there by one of the Wolverines and then went back into the original kicker and then started flying forward. Let's see how far Woodruff can get this one away. Again, this goalie has had some incredible kicks so far. And this one had a little backspin on it. Doesn't go quite as far as his other ones have. And Chapman making quick work of getting downfield. Some fancy footwork, still on the move. And now getting flushed to the outside. It's going to head out of bounds, and Woodruff will get it back. And this one is loose. Chapman, that is number 10 for the Panthers, Quinn Seifert. And now batted back, almost out of bounds. And this one is still alive, though got several Wolverines around it. Now again, the clock on the screen is not official, just a rough estimate of how much time is left. They've actually already stopped the in-stadium clock. They stopped it at 5 minutes. Again, I imagine probably more than 2:20 left to go in this one, but not much more. Both teams need to start getting their final moves together. Woodruff has done a good job of making their way down the field on this particular possession, and now going right for it, and brought in by Varsity. Had a little bit of trouble, kind of bounced around there at the end, but Woodruff maybe getting a little happy-footed there. Around 90 seconds to go in this one. And got a whistle. They actually had 2 balls on the field for a moment there. And now Chapman making what is more than likely going to be their final round of substitutions. We've got Zach Stedding and Carter Viceroy back on the field for the Panthers. And that is actually going to bring an end to the second half. That is the whistle. So our clock was actually just about dead on. So I will double check on the SCHSL rules, but I don't believe that we're headed to overtime. We got a coin toss out at midfield. So according to South Carolina High School League rule, during the regular season there will be 2 full 5-minute overtime periods, and if there's still a tie after that, we go to penalty kicks by anyone who is on or off the field, and we'll decide a winner that way. So I think this is the kind of faux halftime break right now. Never reset the clock, not super sure when. Oh, And we've got one whistle. I think we're about to start back up. 5 minutes on the clock here. And honestly, I would not be too terribly surprised if this does end up going to penalty kicks, because, I mean, just with the way both of these defenses have been playing and how difficult it's been for either side to get any sort of separation, I mean, I think penalty kicks are really going to be the only way for either team to score at this point. I mean, this is, for most of the game, this has been a stalemate in every sense of the word. Let's see what either side's got dialed up. Up and we're off. Woodruff making quick work of getting on Chapman's end of the field, and man, they are really coming out with some kick in their step. And now Chapman's goalie out of position a little bit. Oh, nice save there by Weiser. Crisis averted for the Panthers. And that one heads out of bounds. Are they going to call it Chapman ball 19? Touch the ball right at the last second. And it is going to the Panthers, so now they've got a chance to break the tie here, though a nice block there might put some holes in that plan. And fighting for room along the sideline, both of them headed out of bounds now. Woodruff's going to get it back. And now going for it all, no. Little too high and a little too wide on that one. That was Rowan blocked, just unable to connect there. Clock continues to roll. Woodruff getting ready to send this one away. Chapman working backwards. Banda trying to get something going and has it taken away. Can he get it back? Not quite. And now Woodruff back out across midfield. Making their way right to the bottom of the screen. Ball's still loose and still going. Chapman's got it for now, and they're going to send it downfield where it'll scoot out of bounds all the way back at midfield. So the Panthers catching a little bit of a break there. Woodruff really taking their time here. Both sides making a handful of substitutions. And there's the whistle. And this one kind of sails on him. Caught by Weiser, and now Chapman will have a chance to flip the field. This kick only got out to around the 45, but he was trying to roll it forward. And now maybe the Panthers with an opportunity here. Oh, and too much heat on that one. Goes right past the intended target. And now Woodruff is going to send it away. And now Chapman trying to set something up. About 90 seconds to go in the first half of overtime. Oh, and there's a shot attempt blocked, and then, nope, still loose. Thought they might have been trying to kick that one out of bounds, but instead we are still going. Chapman's got it right back, and now, yeah, I thought I heard a whistle. Around a minute to go in the first half of overtime. If no one scores here, they'll take a 1-minute break, go to a second period of overtime, and then only after that will they go to penalty kicks if it's still tied. Though Chapman might have a good chance here. Oh man, that one was really close. Really close, just a little off to the left. So we are still tied. We got a low kick all the way out to around the 40. We're running out of time here in this first half, and there is the whistle. So, some exciting plays, but still no progress in that first half of overtime. Take a 1-minute break and then get right back to it. We may not even take a minute break, actually. Instead, we are going right back to the action. Not sure what's happening with the bit rate here. We didn't change anything on our end. Could not tell you what's causing those issues. It looks like it's kind of stabling itself out now. Kick is up. Headed by the Panthers. And kicked out of bounds around the 45. Quinn Seifert sending it out there. Whoa, and there's another kick from Seifert all the way out to midfield. And now Chapman may have a chance. This is David Pinetto. Got an open man, and then Woodruff closes the distance in a heartbeat. And they have gotten rid of it. And now maybe Woodruff outside of the frame, but they might have a chance here as well. Not quite. Chapman able to kick it out of bounds. Forgot to reset the clock. Got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in overtime part 2. Woodruff taking their time here, setting up this kick. Going to send it in from just out of frame on the sideline. If they can find a way to bank this one in, not quite. Chapman looking to reestablish possession here. Instead, it is heading right along the sideline, still in play, and now bounces out. 3 minutes to go. All the way out to midfield and into Woodruff territory. The Wolverines able to get rid of that one for the time being. Still loose and tried to go for the head there. Could not quite get it. Hops out of bounds. Just over 2 minutes to go before we head to penalty kicks. They've already stopped the in-stadium clock. Though it looks like Woodruff might be catching a break here. Yep, they're going to try and kick this one in. Around a minute to go in the second part of overtime, though we've got another whistle. And the clock's not going to stop. They have already stopped the in-stadium clock. What you're seeing on screen is just kind of a rough estimation. I would imagine they might add maybe 30, 45 seconds on to the end of this one. Well, this could be it for Woodruff. This is one of the best chances they've had all night. Kick is up. And kind of up for grabs. This is close, and Chapman's able to kick it away. And now maybe the Panthers with a little bit of an opening here, heading down the sidelines, and it's knocked out of bounds. And that is the end of overtime part 2. So now we're gonna find a way to declare a winner in this one way or another. We're gonna figure it out. Penalty kick should be coming up here after a short break. All right, so here we go. Woodruff is going to kick first. And that one is in. Can Chapman respond? And that one goes in. Both teams hit their first shot. Varsity not able to grab that one. Chapman in need of a response. And that one partially blocked but goes in. Both teams 2 for 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we very well may be here all night long. I don't know that I've seen two teams this evenly matched in any sport that I've called in, I mean, at the very least, a very, very long time. Absolutely deadlocked in this one. Excuse me, I can't quite make out the number from here, but I believe that's Zach Stedding. And Stedding gets it in. Both sides 3 for 3 now. Oh, and Varsity able to block that one. Oh, we could have a major development on our hands. Woodruff with their backs up against the wall now. We'll try and get a number here. It's difficult to tell. Oh, and overshot it. Number 5 listed on my roster is Falco Solbaum. Just had too much on that one. So right back to square one. Maybe overthought that just a little bit. Go. That one partially tipped, but goes in. Whoa, and that one too tall, Woodruff. Game over, Woodruff wins it. So, the final score. Man, feels like it has been quite an evening. We started this game as the sun was still up. Though after... Man, what an evening. Woodruff, a well-deserved win off of penalty kicks deep into overtime. And that will bring an end to this week of streaming. Again, unfortunately, a week that was kind of cut short due to rain. We had 5 events scheduled, only got around to 2. Though next week, weather permitting, we should have 5 more events ready to roll, including the start of at least the streamed portions of the baseball and softball seasons for Landrum and Chapman. Got a couple of potential revisions to the schedule on both schools' ends. Again, with COVID, you never really do know which games are going to be played and which ones are going to get canceled. So we have a tentative schedule out that has not yet been released. But just keep an eye on District 1's social media pages. Hopefully we'll have that schedule out in the coming days. Though I can say with almost near certainty that Monday's event is going to be Landrum Soccer versus Brazier Middle College. To my knowledge, that is the only home event being played by either of the schools on Monday. Now, that is subject to change if something gets canceled or if another school wants to play a game on that day. But as of right now, Landrum Varsity Soccer, boys and girls varsity against Brazier Middle College, the only home event between Chapman or Landrum scheduled for Monday. So again, just keep an eye out on District 1 social media pages, and hopefully we'll have the official schedule up in a couple of days. That's going to do it here from Panther Stadium. Signing off for Spartanburg School District 1, I'm Luke Ruff. We will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend, everyone.